Oh, shit. I'm yarning already. This is bad. Okay. Let's see. All right, we live on both channels. That is correct. And let's see. We're gonna put this one on here. Oh, excuse me. Charge this phone up. Okay, this phone got some juice. I know y'all heard me say I was bike riding yesterday, but no bike riding. Damn, I go live exactly when they wanted to do the bike ride. Damn, we lit. Melissa J. Tell me some big head. I got a small head. I got a peanut head. Tell me some what's up, big head. Melissa J, you from Chicago, right? I think you had said that before. I be seeing you in the comments, so I appreciate you. Aren't you from Chicago? Yeah, man, I got a peanut head, y'all. It's peanut. It's peanut head. You see it? I got a peanut head. Yeah, okay. I remember you said you was from Chicago. Fellow Chicagoans. Locked in from Oakland. I see you. We about to get this thing started, man. What was that, yesterday? Man, yesterday I was on this mug for 3 hours and 45 minutes with y'all. That was crazy. Oh, 63rd King Drive. Oh shit, you in the hood. You from the hood. I know the lower the number, like the worse it be. You feel me? Chicago is a beautiful city though, for sure. Let me roll this thing up. I already got one rolled, but I'm gonna roll another one up so I won't have to do it. So I won't have to do it. We're gonna wait for a couple of more people to come in here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all ain't clubbing. Y'all ain't out at the booty club. Y'all ain't clubbing tonight. Y'all here with me tonight? Oh shit. I thought y'all motherfucker. Ain't today Saturday? Yeah, today's Saturday. Y'all ain't in the motherfucking club tonight? Y'all here with Big Play? Y'all here for the mess, huh? Y'all here for the mess. This is a pretty messy one here too. LaWanda, I see you. He said, yes, I'm from the hood. And ain't nobody said nothing over there on We Still Hustle Daily too. Pensacola, Florida. Okay, Brenda, I see you. Yo, I've only been to Florida a couple of times, but I think Florida is a place I can live. I might just. I'm supposed to be just making me a random trip to go to Florida, cause I ain't never been to Miami, but I ain't did it. You here for the tea, huh? Oh shit. Y'all don't be partying. Y'all don't be going to clubs. Y'all don't be clubbing. Everybody likes when a girl shake something, nigga. Don't pull nothing. We ain't bumping. We just bumping and we begging like we ain't nothing wrong. Get your club on. Y'all said fuck that club. Y'all want the tea. Okay, we about to give y'all the tea. Alright, I'm already rolled up, man. Y'all got your drinks ready. Y'all got your smoke ready. right. Like I told you, I already had one roll, but we going full. Hey, as soon as I click the button, we going action. We got action. As soon as I hit the button, we going straight to action. They get straight to the action on this story. Holy. Said the club nowadays ain't what they used to. I know that's right. All they got is sections. You know what I'm saying? Sections and motherfuckers looking at each other. You know what I'm saying? And then it's weird at the club too. Like, man, last time I went to the club, I'm talking about this girl looking at me. I'm like, damn, I know I'm catching eye contact from her. Like, she looking like a motherfucker, hard as hell. Man, I go over there and say something to her. She act like she wouldn't even look at me the whole time. I'm like, the fuck was you just looking at this whole time? What, you like my outfit or some shit? What the fuck going on? That club shit be weird. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't be fucking with the clubs like that. But I'd go if like the homies going or some shit, but man, that shit be weird. You feel me? Y'all know me, I don't be liking to spend no money. And I don't drink, so like I ain't trying to go in there and get that bitch and get no section and shit like that. Like, you feel me? All they do is come over there and drink up all your shit. We about to get right into it though. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. I appreciate y'all. We about to get right into it. We ain't gonna wait all day for these people to come in here. Let's get it.
You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do anything.
Get her out of my car.
You're not gonna
Get her out.
Out my child. Y'all, stop. Get off of her.
Get out of my. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not doing anything to this.
Hold up. We got the police in this bitch. Hold up. We wind this hoe.
You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do
Get her out
anything.
of my car.
You're not gonna
Get her out. Out.
Okay, they fighting over the baby.
My child. Y'all.
Oh shit. Okay, this the stepmama right here in the black. This the stepmama right here in the black.
Y'all stop. Get off of her.
Get out of my. I'm not doing anything to you.
Oh shit. Y'all see the baby?
I'm not doing anything to this.
Oh, we got the police.
Take my glass. I'm fine. No, that's my child. No.
It's her baby. Look like it's her baby.
Over here, raise your hand, everybody. Get on the ground now. Get on the
No. Who the No, it's her.
ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
She's trying to leave.
Amy, come here, get my kids. Come get my kids.
Over on the pavement.
I'm going.
Oh shit. So the sister, her sister was assaulted by her child's stepmom and her sister. Okay. And they all fighting over the damn baby. The baby just crying. Y'all seen that baby? That poor baby. Let me know what that baby is. Damn, they was going in. Look, the baby.
Guys, I'm about to do a complete full story time. I've just been super busy. I'm about to attach a video that kind of gives you context of how this kind of started. The video I'm going to attach is 2 weeks prior to this, where the stepmom illegally kept the baby away from my sister for spring break. Like, they refused to bring her for spring break. So we called our lawyer, and the lawyer goes, that's contempt. Like, you need to go to their house, knock on their door with your papers, video it, and say, I'm here to get her for spring break, and see what happens. Because the lawyer's like, in general, people listen, but I guess when you're white trash and you're on drugs, you don't listen. I'm not really sure. But I'll attach the video. Y'all give me your opinion. I think that Michaela and Justin, which is the dad, could be using, just by how Michaela looks. I'll attach it here. Y'all let me know what you think. But yeah, this is the stepmom and me.
Damn, we got some more baby mama, baby daddy drama here. That's what this is about. And the stepmom is getting involved in this shit. That's not even her damn baby.
For context, my sister was present. She was in the vehicle. I told Michaela she was in the vehicle to get her child, but my sister's too stressed about everything. She asked me to go up there. The lawyer said that was okay because you can send a competent adult to do it. But yeah, here's the video of her refusing 2 weeks prior to getting assaulted. It's insane. Again, I'll do a full story time because you're actually gonna be shocked when you find out all of it. Today is March 8th, 2024 at 10:01 a.m. I am with Stephanie Pappas and Gabrielle Burson, the mother of the child, and I am going to the house to see if they will give up custody of Cadence for Gabrielle's court-appointed time. Hey.
Hi.
What's up?
She's right here. What, babe, you're on speaker. What do you want me to tell her?
I mean, you tell her what you want to. Tell her she ain't getting her till we go back to court and get some shit figured out, because I'm sick of all this fucking harassing my family and all this
And
bullshit.
she's sitting here
Talking
videoing
crazy
me.
to me and to
Yeah, Justin's already texted Gabby and told her that we're going back to court.
Okay, but that is malpractice for a lawyer to tell you
Okay,
that. It is
Burkett,
against the
I'm
law.
not- okay, Burkett, I'm not going to sit here and do this back and forth with you. I'm not.
You are committing a felony offense.
That's fine. And what are you doing?
Nothing, actually. I don't have a CTW. I'm here. You actually look.
That's fine. Go call the sheriff. If that's what you think you need to do, call him.
You're really going to tell me that you're not going to do a court order paperwork. You're not going to do it.
Listen.
You're breaking the law.
If you want to call the sheriff, go right.
Hey, baby.
Go for it. Go call the sheriff.
Hey, Cadence. I'm so sorry.
You tell her hi?
Yo, motherfuckers be upset about that damn baby shit, boy. So I guess they keeping the baby in the house. They don't want to give the baby back after the summer break or spring break or whatever the hell it is. I guess Step Pop's at work, but y'all heard what the fuck he said on the phone. He said we gonna get some shit straightened the fuck out first. Shit.
Hey guys, it's Birgit. I'm back with the story time. I'm sorry it took me so long. I've actually been trying to do this all day. I have glasses on because I've been sobbing all day uncontrollably because what I'm about to tell you is really hard. Bear with me because I'm going to try and get it done in 2 videos, but I do believe for you to understand what is happening right now, you need to know the very beginning. I'm going to try and talk pretty fast, so try to keep up. I am Birgit Fink. My sister, who was in the video, who was also assaulted trying to get her child, is Gabrielle Burson. And her alleged baby daddy is Justin Fletcher. So, long story short, this is really creepy, so just bear with me. But Justin, when he was 26 years old, went after a 15-year-old, which is my sister, in 2009. She was a sophomore in high school. Went after her, had sex with her, which makes him period, okay? At this time, we did not know because Gabby was very private. She broke it off after my mom found out she was just dating an older person. We didn't know the extent of it. She broke it up. My mom couldn't find out who it was. She tried. That's where it ended. That's it. We found out later that it was Justin Fletcher, okay? So fast forward to 2017. 2017, Gabby starts seeing Justin Fletcher again. Again, at that time, we didn't know that Gabby had seen him when she was a child. We had no idea. So in 2017 to 2020, Gabby and Justin were menaces. They were on meth. Again, they didn't have any children. They were on meth. They were, domestic violence was rampant. It was ridiculous. I feel so sad because it sucks because Justin was this whole ass grown adult already on meth. And I don't know, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not saying he got her hooked, but Gabby's life is forever changed because of him. Anyway, they were together from 2017 to 2020. In the beginning of 2020, my parents were like, you know what, Gabby, you are done. You cannot see him anymore. He's toxic. He's evil. Y'all are both toxic for each other. It's dangerous. You're done. So she decides to get clean in the beginning of 2020 and drops him. Okay, so here we are. They're broken up. It is April 19th of 2020. They're completely broken up. Gabby was working on getting clean. We find out that Gabby was kidnapped by Justin Fletcher, Sierra York, and Anthony Schmidt, which is his brother and his brother's girlfriend. Anyway, I don't know why she was kidnapped. I don't really care. They take her in the car. They put handcuffs on her. She had ligature marks on her wrists. She had burn marks all over her. She had a huge gash on her head. Her hair was completely ripped out of her skull. Like, she had, like, I don't know if they, like, tried to butcher her hair. I'm not really sure what they did, but it was very traumatizing. Anyway, they took her to an undisclosed location. I'm not going to talk detail of that, but they took her that night, April 19th, to a different location. She stayed the night. In the police report, it states that they took her phone for her and she was not able to call 911. So that next day, which is April 20th, Justin, his brother, calls somebody and they say, hey, Gabby's here. We may have killed her, whatever. Can you please come get her and take her to the hospital? So this random person goes and gets Gabby. When they get her, they saw her walking down the street, and they were like, oh my God, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the police, you know, all the things. And she was like, no, take me home. So Gabby gets taken home. My parents see her in this state and they make her call the police. The police come out, they do forensics, they do everything that they were supposed to do. But when it finally came time for the detectives to work on the case, to go forward with everything, my sister was done. She wouldn't talk to them. She did not want to do anything about it. She was done. She said that she's moving on from him and that he's a crackhead, and, you know, she was just done. So against everybody's, we pushed her. We were like, Gabby, just talk to the cops. She was rude to them. She wouldn't do it. What are the cops? I mean, I don't know if they can pick it up. I'm not really sure, but the case was pretty much dropped. It really sucks, but I was like, well, Gabby's her own person. What can we do? So then May of 2020 rolls around and Gabby finds out she's pregnant. So she's like, oh, wow, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God, is Justin the dad? And she's like, well, I'm not sure because I you know, we were broken up and I was sleeping with other people. So at that point, she's like, Justin is not a threat. I mean, he literally is a crackhead that lives on the street. Like, he was doing meth. To preface, Justin is a felon who went to prison for almost killing his girlfriend. Like, he's not a good person. And Gabby was like, he's a crackhead. You know, he's not going to be able to have access to Caden, so who cares? And we're like, okay, well, I guess we believe her. So the birth happens. I walk into the hospital, and when I walk in, I see Justin cracked out on the bed while she's about to give birth, and I'm like, why is he here? And Gabby was like, well, he contacted me and said he kind of wanted to be here. I'm like, then don't. He just beat you. Why are you letting him here? And she was like, well, he won't do anything to me when all these people are here, and he wanted to be here. I'm like, no, but it's her. I stayed because I'm still supporting my sister. So she gives birth. Everything was great. Justin was a crackhead in the corner. He didn't do anything. I cut the cord. I did everything. It was amazing. And then after that, Justin dips. We didn't see him for 17 months, which was amazing. So fast forward to April of 2022. We get a knock at the door. My sister, at my mom's house, my sister had just left Cadence with me because she was going to work. And anyway, we had a knock at the door, and it's Justin Fletcher and Michaela Fletcher, his new girlfriend or wife. We have no idea. And he has paperwork in his hands from the Attorney General that says that he's allowed to come get Cadence this Friday and take her for his court-appointed weekend. I'm like, no, the hell he can't. So we called the cops, and the cops were like, well, I don't know if this paperwork is fake or not. You're just going to have to get a lawyer because it's civil. You know, I'm like, no, this is fake. I was freaking out. I mean, my parents were freaking out. Gabby was freaking out at work. She's like, he cannot have access to her. He's dangerous, which he is dangerous. We all know that. Anyway.
Well, you know, this is exactly what you go through when you have kids by a motherfucker that's cracked out and you get in a dysfunctional relationship. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to her for being there for her sister, and you know what I'm saying?
So we get a lawyer that next Monday, and the lawyer finds out, well, actually, the state of Texas picked up this case because Gabby put him on the birth certificate. Not only did she put him on the birth certificate, she also applied for Medicaid behind our backs, which she didn't need. And when she applied for Medicaid, the state of Texas picked it up and said, because he is the father, he owes us child support and you child support, and he doesn't owe them child support. He owes money to the state for Medicaid. So that gave him access to Cadence. We later did find out that Gabby went to court for one court date with the Attorney General over a Zoom call. And the reason why we didn't know any of these things is because we didn't know at the time, but when she was assaulted in 2020, it actually gave her a brain injury, and we had no idea. And you know, it's an actual diagnosed brain injury. So to understand why we didn't know any of these things and why Gabby never told us or even remembered, understand that is why. She has a brain injury, a diagnosed TBI. Anyway, at that point, Justin looked like he was clean. I'm not going to lie. He did look like he was clean. He did beat Gabby, but she refused to talk about it. So what could we do? Because it's between Justin and Caden, or Justin and Gabby. So it's like our hands were kind of tied. So at that point, my mom was like, I will take over the custody exchanges and anything so you don't have to do it. And a lawyer agreed that would be okay because you are allowed to have a competent adult do it. Remind you what Justin did to Gabby. She did not talk to him. She did not go to custody exchanges. She went to work, came home. That is it. Nothing to do with Justin. Fast forward to July of 2023. This was the first time that Justin was going to be able to have Cadence for longer than 3 days. So he was getting an extended stay for for summer, which we were all freaked out about because at that point, Gabby, every time Cadence would leave, she would have meltdowns, PTSD, she wouldn't eat, she would freak out, like she was not well. And also to preference, when Cadence was with her, we did not allow her to be alone with Cadence. My parents were always around. She didn't take Cadence without us. We didn't think that she was dangerous for Cadence at all. Her mental health had just become increasingly bad because she didn't deal with what happened to her. And now this man is taking her baby from her. And now he's going to have her for 30 days. And it was not okay. So the end of July, Gabby actually freaks out because she realizes that Justin will not answer the phone because she was allowed to have her for 1 weekend in July during his long thing, so he refused to answer the phone. So Gabby was irate. She started freaking out. She was like, I have to go to his house. I have to get Cadence. And we're like, no, just wait. We'll call an attorney. We'll see what we need to do. And she was like, no, I have to go over there. I have to go over there. And we tried to take her keys from her. We didn't make it back in time. She did go over to their house. I saw the body cam footage. So I need y'all to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, because what I'm about to tell you is real and true, and it's insane. So July of 2023 is where the mess started. So I'm gonna do a part 2 because it's gonna be really.
No, the mess started a long time ago when they was doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? When stuff was getting physical. You know, this shit started a long time ago. So now that it's a baby involved, it's gonna get even worse. You know what I'm saying? These two definitely shouldn't have had a baby. You know what I'm saying? Damn, this is crazy. Motherfuckers be trying to take the baby from you. Damn, y'all heard what she said? She said he gave her a brain injury. And when she was having a baby, he was on the couch, cracked out, looking like this. She said she cut the umbilical cord and everything. It was beautiful. Hey, man, I don't know really, it's pretty much nothing I can say, man. It's about to pretty much go all down from here. It was going downhill from the jump, This is unfortunate, but, hey, she trying to help her sister out,
Okay, guys, part 2. So y'all know that we are at the end of July. I think it's the 26th or the 27th. I saw the body cam footage. I'm not allowed to release it yet. When a lawyer gives it to me, I will release it. But in the body cam footage, you see Gabby. You see Gabby in the body cam footage walk up to Michaela's house. She knocks on the door and she says, I need Cadence right now. I'm going to go sit in my car. Whatever she says to her, she was like, I need her now. And Michaela, the stepmom, just slams the door on her face, and Gabby goes back to her vehicle, right? We later find out when she's on the way to their house, she actually calls the sheriff's department. I have the police report right here. She calls the sheriff's department and asks for assistance for a custody dispute because at that point, Justin and Michaela had blocked my mother, had blocked me, had blocked Gabby. She was freaking out. She's like, I have to go make sure she's okay and get her for my court-appointed time. When she gets there, anyway, so she's there. She's sitting in her vehicle. In the body cam footage, the cops pull up. They immediately go up to Michaela's door, and when they're done at Michaela's door, they go to my sister, and she's in her vehicle, and they rip her out of the vehicle. Like, I'm talking, like, don't even give her a chance to talk. They rip her out of the vehicle, and they throw her on the ground, and she, in the video, she is screaming. She's like, you have no right to do this. I'm here. I have my paperwork in the car. Read my paperwork. I'm here to get Cadence. You have no right to do this. I mean, that's all she's saying. She's like freaking out. She's like, F y'all. She's yelling at them. Right now, at this point in July of 2023, she's not well. She is freaking out. We did find out she's not well. She's freaking out. Her mind has split, and she couldn't deal with it. She's trying to tell them that she's there for a reason, and they just didn't want to hear it. So they take her to jail, and I'm like, what is she being charged with? So we hire a lawyer, and we find out that she was being charged with criminal trespassing. So, which I don't get how that works, because I thought the lawyer's dealing with that. If you have rights for custody, that's null and void. So she was just arrested on a CTW. While she is in jail, mind you, they file an immediate TRO on Gabby, remove Gabby as the primary primary person, and all of these things. And the affidavit that they used to get that is an affidavit from Michaela, and I have it here. And again, I have the body cam footage as well. So Michaela Hauser Fletcher, and I quote, "While Gabby was on the ground, she was threatening to kill me. She was casting spells on me and doing voodoo magic on me. I was so afraid for my child's life." Anyway, I literally saw the body cam footage. She's like screaming for, well, y'all heard me. I don't know why she would lie about it. It was very weird. I don't know. Anyway, so it was enough to have the judge approve a TRO, which I get. I'm not, whatever. So at that point, Gabby's in jail for that, and they have full custody of Cadence right now while Gabby's dealing with whatever she's dealing with. So I get a hold of Pecan Valley, and I'm like, hey, my sister's not well. At this point, we didn't know what was wrong with her, why she was having issues. I called Pecan Valley and MHMR, and they said, yes, if Gabby's threatened to kill herself, because she was on the phone with me threatening to kill herself, that we will go pick her up and we'll go take her to a facility, a bed, and see what's actually wrong with her. So they got a warrant to take her. Anyway, so they got a warrant to take her to a bed in Wichita Falls to see what was going on with her. When they get her there, they realize that she was in slight psychosis. So they give her meds to get her out of psychosis, and they have conversations with her, all these things. When she's out, they realize that she has severe CPTSD. All the things, like they were like, she's pretty messed up about this, and it's worse having to deal with Justin and her knowing that the child is with Justin. And we're like, well, we can't help that. Like, it kind of sucks because we're stuck at a rock and a hard place. Like, what are we supposed to do? So basically, all the way from August 2023 to November of 2023, we do not get to see Cadence at all. Her mother doesn't get to. She's out of psychosis. She's okay. She doesn't really remember everything. That's when she was formally diagnosed with her brain injury. So she was diagnosed with a TBI. So all of this made sense. We were like, oh, okay, so she has a TBI. Okay, that makes sense. So November was the first court date after they filed that TRO on Gabby. And when we went, I was in the court proceeding, and Michaela got on the stand, and she said that Gabby was doing witchcraft on her. She was scaring her. She said that Cadence was freaking out because Gabby was casting voodoo spells. She didn't know that we could get access to the body cam footage because none of that happened. The children were actually in the house. Cadence never saw this happen to Gabby, and Gabby really was just screaming that she was supposed to get Cadence that day. I mean, it's just, that it's weird to lie like that, but that just shows how they are. Anyway, so from that point on, November 2023, Gabby flipped from the primary to secondary. And they said as long as she was still taking her medication, everything was okay, that she would be fine. So it's whatever. It wasn't the outcome we wanted, but it happened. So fast forward to December of 23, we actually got Cadence one night, and when we got her, she said that her bottom hurt and that she was hurting. So we took all her clothes off, and we realized that she had like bites all over her body. She had lice. I don't really know. I have it right here. We went to Palo Pinto General Hospital, and we had her examined, and the hospital staff said that this is something that they would have to call CPS on because this is severe neglect. So December of 2023, they did call CPS for neglect, but nothing happened. And our lawyer said if CPS refuses to do anything, y'all still have court order. We need like hard evidence. We can't do anything about it. You're gonna have to send Cadence back. The court system is very broken, and we just didn't have a choice. So from November of 2023 all the way to February of 2024, it was just kind of like a shit show. So like Justin was having his wife and his wife's sister go up to my sister's work and harass her. It was just really bad. It got really bad. Gabby started to have issues again. She was getting PTSD. I noticed it. My parents noticed it. It was getting bad. And then this is where everything just goes to crap. This is February 23rd, 2024. I'm going to have to do a part 3 because...
All right. From the sound of it, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think neither one of them are fit to be taking care of the girl right now. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on with the mama. You know what I'm saying? I think she should get custody. You know what I'm saying? I think the sister should get custody. She seems in her right mind. You know what I'm saying? But until the sister get all the way right, and then I don't know what's going on with the dad. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! I just noticed that sign. I ain't even read. I seen it, but I ain't read it. It's it says, "Oh, I just saw the don't do coke in the bathroom sign in the back. She's definitely doing coke in the bathroom." He's stupid. What's going on, y'all? Crystal, I see you. All right, so CPS then got involved and not did nothing. Hold on.
Okay, so here we are. It is February 23rd of 2024. Long story short, my sister did have to get Cadence's teeth fixed because there was a rotting tooth from when Justin had her for that extended period of time. I think it was like 6 or 7 months that we didn't get to see her. So Gabby is on the 23rd of February, is at the Crown Dental in Mineral Wells getting her tooth fixed in the back with the doctor. And my parents are sitting in the lobby with her, waiting for Gabby to be done with Cadence. So about 5 minutes go by and 2 people walk into Crown Dental. And the 2 people are Michelle, the lady in the video, the big lady in the green, and Michaela Hauser, which is the stepmom. They walk in, they go up to the front. They're like yelling at the lady in the front. They're saying, "You're mutilating a baby and we are not allowing you to touch her any longer. And Gabby has no rights over that baby." And the lady basically was like, "I'm going to call the cops." They gave us her paperwork and we confirmed it with a lawyer that she is allowed to get, she has the same rights as Justin. At this point, she still has the same rights. So they were just causing issues for no reason. It was insane. So they yelled at the doctors. The doctors were like, "Okay, we're calling the cops." So they called the cops. The cops get there. They jetted. And the cops were basically like, "Okay, if they come back, just call us. I'm sorry this is happening, but whatever." So the procedure happens. Cadence, I think it's like probably 12 o'clock right now at that time when she was done. And my mom was like, "Okay, well, we're going to take Cadence home because your kids are there at the house. And we will go hang out until Cadence has to leave. She'll take a nap or whatever." And that was pretty much the end of it. So Cadence goes home. She goes to sleep. I go back to work. Me and my mom go back to work. We get a phone call from my stepdad, and he goes, "Get here now. Michelle and Michaela are beating on our back door. Please hurry and get here." And I'm like, "What the heck?" So I call the cops, and I'm like, "Hey, this is happening." I tell the cops, I'm like, "Please rush over there as fast as you can." I get there. And mind you, Michaela and Michelle both have CTWs from my parents' place, so just stepping on their property would give the cops they would have to arrest them immediately. So I get there, and the cops are there, and I'm like, "Why are they not arrested?" And one of the officers was like, "Oh, because this guy over here named Scott Mitchum, which is a constable, came with them to get the child because he said that he was told by a lawyer named Tim Ford to go over there and get her because she was being mutilated." Mutilated, guys, at the dentist. Oh, I forgot to say also, while the procedure was going on, Justin Fletcher called up to Crown Dental, and he threatened to kill the doctor if he proceeded with the procedure. So yeah, anyway, so we're back at my mom's house, and I'm like, okay, because the constable was here, what does he have any rights to this? Just because their lawyer wanted him? Like, I was so confused. So the cops started fighting with Scott Mitchum, and the cops were like, "He interfered with me trying to arrest them for assault or whatever, CTW," and they started fighting, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And basically it ended with the girls, I say escaping, both of them escaping in her freaking car and leaving. And I don't know, we called the lawyer, and the lawyer was like, "Oh, that's not enough for you to keep her." And we're like, oh my God. So because we are who we are, we take her back because we did not have a choice. So anyway, that happens, and we take her back. So then the next weekend, it happens again. There is a huge issue with drop-off. We all decide to go. So at that point, Gabby's still not going to drop-offs because it's too much. Like, they're being really high conflict. She was like, "I'm going to stay out of it." Justin really stayed out of it too. It was really just the stepmom and her sister, like, causing all the ruckus. So this is another weekend where we have to go back and give Cadence to, nothing happened that weekend, but we have to go back and give Cadence to them. And it is a Sunday, so we go to drop her off. Michaela is there. Her sister is there. I don't know who else is there. They're filming us. We walk in. We knew it was going to be that way. I was like, oh, I didn't even think to film because I'm like, nothing has really escalated since that point. And listen to me, guys, when I tell you this really happened. I have the video footage. I am not allowed to release it, but it happened. So I don't know what happened, but Michaela got pissed off for some reason at my mom. She was like, do you need her jacket or something? And Michaela lost it on my mom. Michaela is holding Cadence, and she almost dropped her, and she tries to fight me with Cadence in her hand. Like, that's on video footage. And like her sister's like holding her back, and she's like trying to fight me, and I'm like in the corner like, oh my gosh, I didn't know we were escalating it to violence. Like, okay. I was like, well, I gotta go. So we leave, and my mom's like, I cannot believe this is our life. This cannot be our life. Like, what can we do to fix this? Anyway, so we hired another lawyer, and we were like, from February all the way to March of 2024, they were in contempt a lot every time we would try to get Cadence. Like, we would literally meet at the police station, and they flat out just would refuse. They just wouldn't give her to us. We don't know why. I realize now that I think it was to drive Gabby mad, because they did lose in court, and they did get contempt, so it was a thing. But anyway, this is where we get to the video. At this point, it is March 28th, 2024. They still have not given us Cadence for probably about a month, even though the lawyers are like, this is contempt, we're going to take you to court, all the things, right? They weren't doing it. They didn't care. There's video footage of them telling the cops, we don't care if it's contempt. Like, it's insane. Anyway, we kept records. We did everything we were supposed to do. We were very hopeful. March 28th, the video that you're seeing of the assault, we were very hopeful that we were going to get her, because our lawyer was like, we talked to their lawyer. They understand this is the last straw. Like, we're taking them to court. They will give her up to you. And I'm like, okay, good. So my mom calls me at, my mom calls me at about 3:30, and we were supposed to meet at the PD at our times at 4 o'clock when we were supposed to. She called me at 3:30. She said, Bergen, I'm running extremely late. Will you stay at the police? She said, will you stay at the police station and make sure they don't leave, because I'm trying to get Cadence. I need to hurry because Gabby wants to take all of us to dinner. We're going to go to dinner. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm actually about to be at the police station, so I'll just stop by, and I'll just sit in the police station and tell them to wait. And I can get Cadence if I wanted to. I usually didn't go to pick up or drop offs. I stayed out of it. It was just between my parents and them. So I pulled into the police station. Me and my daughter, she was 9 at the time. We get out and we go sit in the police station and wait for them to come. Listen, I'm sitting there nonchalantly. I hear the door open. It is Michelle, the big lady in green. And she opens the door and she says, where is Aaron Pappas? And I'm like, Aaron Pappas? I'm like, he's a coach and a teacher. It's 4 o'clock and he drives a bus. I'm like, he's at school. Like, what do you need Aaron for? And she was like, well, we have a paper here that says, like a Rule 11 that says only Aaron's allowed to pick up this child. So we call our lawyer. Like, literally all this is going on within 5 seconds. This is March 28th, the day of the assault. We call the lawyer, and the lawyer's like, that's not true. They have a Rule 11, but it was just their lawyer wrote it up and they wanted it, but the judge refused to sign it. So it's null and void. So the Rule 11 didn't apply at all. And I have it right here. Like, the judge didn't sign it. He wasn't going for it. He was like, no, anybody can pick her up. It's not a big deal. Like, no. Anyway, so I called my mom. She was in the back. She was like, did they come? And I'm like, no, they didn't come. And I guess they're coming out by you. So see if you can stop them and get Cadence. I mean, it was not a big deal. Like, just give her to us. So my sister's sick of waiting out in the front. So Gabby comes inside. She was like, where's Cadence? I thought we were leaving to go eat. Like, we need to hurry if we were going to Weatherford. And I'm like, Gabby, they're in the back. They're refusing to give her up. And she was like, well, they can't refuse to give her up to me. So let's just walk back there and go get her. I'm like, no, that's probably not a good idea. Let's just stay here. And she was like, no, I want to walk back there and go get my baby. And I'm like, okay. So we walk back there. I look at dispatch because we were by dispatch. And I said, hey, I don't know. I just know that previously I just told y'all about how Michaela tried to assault me at the police station on video with Cadence in her hand and almost dropped Cadence. I'm like, that happened just recently. I'm not going to put it past her to assault us right now. Can you please send an officer to the back of the police station? I'm about to walk back there with my sister. And the dispatch was like, yes, sure. So when I walk back there, the scene that I see is my mom halfway pulled out of the driveway between the police station and Michaela's, I'm assuming it was Michaela's vehicle. Actually, I'm going to do this on a different part because this is so wild when you realize what they did. So go to the next part because I don't understand.
Okay, she's telling us what led up to the actual incident that we seen when we first started the video. You said I need to look into her eyes. Let me see. You said I need to look into your eyes if you're going to tell me a story, if you want me to believe you. Okay. She said I gotta look you in your eyes when you talking to me, man. Shit. You had a phone call. What you missed? You ain't really missed nothing. I meant to ask Darnisha why she just waking up anyway. Somebody said you are my favorite channel. I don't have TikTok. The short videos don't do well with my ADHD. I feel you. I'm here for you. We're gonna go on to the next part.
Okay, so we're March 28th, 2024. This is what was going on. We're all outside. The moment I walk, the scene that I see is my mom is halfway pulled out to leave, and then that white car that you see is halfway pulled out to leave. And I'm like, oh, I get over there. I'm like, what's going on? And Mama was like, the lawyer told me to try to get Cadence from them and not to let this lady, whoever she was, we couldn't tell, leave with Cadence. And Gabby was like, well, she can't leave with Cadence. It's my court-appointed time. Where's Justin and Michaela? Like, I don't understand what's going on. And we were like, I have no idea. So we just stay out there. Basically, what we're trying to do is wait for the cops to come around to help us with the custody exchange. Because at this point, what are you supposed to do? This lady is keeping Cadence hostage in this vehicle. Like, she's just sitting there. And she literally told my mom she refuses to let her have Cadence. She's like, no, you will not have her today. And then Gabby, who still had full rights to her daughter, was like, well, I'm just going to try and get her out of the vehicle because I'll be fast and then we'll just leave because I don't know who this person is or whose car this is. And I was like, I wouldn't do that. And then I started filming because I'm like, oh no. So I start filming and I'm like, my mom is like, no, come over here. You can hear her in the video. But Gabby walks over there. She gently starts to get Cadence out. And that's when it all went to crap. That is when I see out of the corner of my eye, I see this lady run up to me and like park right there. And I realized that Michaela and Michelle like set us up. So Michaela, which is the stepmom, was in Michelle's vehicle, and then Michelle was in Michaela's with Cadence and Michaela's kids. So I'm like, what is happening? But it all happened so fast that I didn't have time to process it. So basically, Michaela comes over there. She runs as fast as she can. I'm like, oh no, I know. Immediately, I'm like, she tried to assault me already. I know she's going to do something to us, even with the kids there. So I literally am like, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything. I put my hand out. You see her in the video. She grabs it up. Right when she grabs it up, I go this way. Her hand comes this way. She punches me solid right here. And I'm like, at that point, I'm just holding my phone up. I'm like screaming, please don't do this. Stop, stop, stop. And you can hear Gabby saying, I'm not doing anything to these people. Like, it was really bad. I have the police report here. It's just saying that there was impeding breath on Gabby, all kinds of things. It was really bad. You see Cadence screaming. I'm screaming. My daughter was with me. My daughter witnessed all of this. She was behind me. I tried to get her out of the way, but when I fell backwards and hit my head, she was the one trying to get me up. But my mom realized that Michaela was about to hit my 9-year-old daughter, so my mom grabbed my daughter out of the way so Michaela couldn't hit her, and I got up off of the ground by myself. It happened so fast. Gabby was freaking out. I was freaking out. Michaela, I don't know what they were doing. Anyway, they had Michelle on the ground. And at that point, I started to get sick and dizzy, and I was like feeling nauseous, and I'm like, oh no. So I called my husband. We're all on scene still, and I'm like, what do I do? And he goes, you tell one of the cops that you have video footage, and then you let them know that you need an ambulance ASAP. So we call an ambulance. The ambulance comes out, and they're like, actually, you look like you have a possible concussion, and it looks like you have a hit on your face. So if you want us to take you to the hospital, we can take you. And I was like, no, I'll have my husband take me. So y'all... I don't know why. Even the detective doesn't know why. Nobody knows why. They decided to let them go that day. They were handcuffed and everything, but they released them and let them go. They didn't want to take my body cam footage. They didn't want to take my footage. Basically, the police report just says if I wanted to file a complaint for like a Class C assault that I would just have to go up to the clerk and file that complaint. And my husband was like, well, actually, you know, she probably has like a concussion. And they were like, oh, she got hit that hard? And it was just done. Everybody went home. I was shocked. I remember that night I started to get very sick and I was shaking, and then I stood up and I vomited. And I was like, oh no. So I realized that that was probably a head injury. So my husband called my mom. My mom came and got me, and we went to PPGH. And we get there. I started throwing up. It says on the paperwork that I lost consciousness. I don't know. They diagnosed me with a concussion. And you see that picture of my face. I had a really bad bruise for a while. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure they're going to file charges later. You know, everything will be okay. So nothing really has happened since then. The detectives sent it up to the DA's office. The DA's office reviewed the video footage. She didn't really determine that she could 100% do anything with it. So I guess it's kind of up in limbo. I don't really know, but that's what happened at that point.
I thought somebody would have for sure went to jail after seeing this.
You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do anything.
Get her out of my car.
You're not gonna do
Get her out.
Out my child. Y'all,
Gabby.
y'all stop. Get off of her.
Get out of my car. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not doing anything to this person.
Hey, hands off everybody! Hey! Get your hands off! Now! Do it now!
Get off of her. Take my glass. I'm fine. No, that's my child.
Get over here! Bring your hands up, everybody! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
She's trying to leave.
Amy, come here and get my kids. Come get my kids.
Over on the pavement!
I'm going.
Over on the pavement!
And them police was nice. Niggas is going to jail after all of that. Somebody going to jail after that. I'm trying to tell you. She said didn't nobody go to jail after that shit.
We're on right now is from March 2024, after the assault occurred, all the way to November. We hired 2 lawyers. We were coming up with a game plan because of what had just occurred. The problem that we were facing was Gabby, my sister, was not fit to go to court. At that point, her mind was done. Her PTSD had taken over. I'm not going to say that she was not safe. I'm going to say that she was broken, and she didn't stand a chance in court, but we did not have a choice. So my parents got involved. Their lawyer filed the TRO. The TRO was approved based on Michaela assaulting me and Gabby. So we were set a court date. The court date was set in November of 2024. At that point, Gabby's lawyer said, hey, because of everything that happened and Gabby just being assaulted and, you know, her prior brain injury, we are asking that Gabby does not have to come to court because her parents are trying to take custody of her child. Can she come on Zoom so she does not have to see Justin? Here is the paperwork from her doctor that says she has severe PTSD and she's not supposed to see Justin. Can you please accommodate that? The judge did not accommodate that, whatever reason, he just didn't. He said, nope, too bad, Gabby has to come to court. So everybody was kind of freaked out. It was really bad. So the first court date we had was November 2024. They did a very short spill about stuff. My parents were there, Gabby was there. We didn't get to go into much detail. The first person who actually went on the stand was Justin Fletcher, which I don't know why they put him on the stand because he was never present for any of this stuff. So how could he defend what his wife did or didn't do? Like, he was never there. I don't know why they put him on the stand. I don't know. It happened. He started talking, and 5 minutes into Justin talking, the lawyer said that they looked over at Gabby, and she was in her seat, and she was shaking, she was crying, and she was sweating profusely. And I guess they were wanting to I guess call it recess. I don't really know. It all happened so fast. But within like a minute, Gabby, my sister, stands up in the courtroom and she yells. She said, Justin Fletcher is an effing woman beater and he's dangerous and he should not have custody of my child. Like, yelled in the courtroom, custody court. He should not have custody of my child. Fuck y'all. And like literally lifts up and does that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So the judge, I mean, you don't do that. So the judge immediately starts doing his thing and he's like, she's in contempt. Well, Gabby runs out of the courtroom. Well, when she's running out of the courtroom, she's going to her car, right? As she's going to her car, she sees Michelle and Michaela sitting outside of this area, waiting area, because they weren't allowed to be in there. And by Michelle and Michaela's accounts, nobody else heard this, so I don't know. By Michelle's accounts, they said that Gabby said that she would burn their house down, and she runs outside and goes to her car. At that point, the judge is like, I'm done with her. She's getting contempt for 10 days. We'll pick this up after she gets out for contempt. While she's in jail for contempt, Justin does file a protective order against Gabby because he claimed that Gabby said that she was going to burn Michaela and Michelle's house down, and then also sent a text message, which he could not show us. He didn't have it in court, so I don't know. There was nothing. Supposedly a text message from Gabby that said, and I quote, I'm going to come to your house, tie you up, put you in. Anyway, so Gabby jets in her vehicle. This is still an ongoing case, so I can't talk about this much. I do have the police report and everything, and body cam footage and everything, but I'm not allowed to release it or do anything like that. But basically what happens is they are stating that Gabby was not allowed to leave that scene, and she...
Wait, what the fuck? Did something just happen?
Okay, so...
Skip or some shit? What the fuck?
Crazy, which she was having issues at that point. The judge basically, he was just kind of done with her, so, which was okay for us because what we were going for was custody for my parents to get custody. Forget Gabby. He should not have custody of my child.
Here we go.
Fuck y'all. And like literally lifts up and does that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So the judge, I mean, you don't do that. So the judge immediately starts doing his thing and he's like, she's in contempt. Well, Gabby runs out of the courtroom. Well, when she's running out of the courtroom, she's going to her car, right? As she's going to her car, she sees Michelle and Michaela sitting outside of this area, waiting area, because they weren't allowed to be in there. And by Michelle and Michaela's accounts, nobody else heard this, so I don't know. By Michelle's accounts, they said that Gabby said that she would burn their house down, and she runs outside and goes to her car. At that point, the judge is like, I'm done with her. She's getting contempt for 10 days. We'll pick this up after she gets out for contempt. While she's in jail for contempt, Justin does file a protective order against Gabby because he claimed that Gabby said that she was going to burn Michaela and Michelle's house down, and then also sent a text message, which he could not show us. He didn't have it in court, so I don't know. There was nothing. Supposedly a text message from Gabby that said, and I quote, I'm going to come to your house, tie you up, put you in the closet, and take my baby away from you. So in that court date, obviously the judge thinks she's crazy, which she was having issues at that point. The judge basically, he was just kind of done with her, so, which was okay for us because what we were going for was custody for my parents to get custody. Forget Gabby. Like, my parents were like, no, both of these people should not have custody, period. So my parents are there. Our court date that day is, I'm going to say it's 8 hours. We were in court for 8 hours. We gave the best testimony. I'm telling you, our lawyers were like, oh, we are solid. We won. We presented everything. The judge was disgusted. I mean, it was a good court date in November of 2024 after all this. I mean, my parents were confident. We went to a recess. Both of the lawyers were like, actually, it's looking good that you're going to take conservatorship over Gabby's rights, and probably Justin will get supervised visits. We were like really excited, and we were like, okay, it's finally going to end. We get to the very end, and I have the transcript here, and the judge says, I could give custody of this baby to Stephanie Pappas and Aaron Pappas because I want to, and I think that she would be safer with her. I don't want to give custody of this child to these knuckleheads, but it's probably my opinion that the assault and everything that happened prior isn't enough to give my parents standing to have custody of Cadence. That was very devastating because what happened after was really bad. Basically, they said that my parents had no rights, which technically they don't, but we thought we had a shot, and that Gabby needed to go see I guess it's like a supervised visit, and they had to see a counselor, and which is crazy because of like everything that happened. This wasn't like a normal case, so we're like, why is she seeing the counselor for all of this? Anyway, that didn't not work out. The judge didn't allow her not to have counsel meetings without Justin, so the first time she had a meeting with Justin, she lost it on the counselor, and she was done. She said, if I have to do any of this stuff, I can't do it. How do we get Cadence back? And we're like, yeah, but you don't get Cadence back. He gets to keep her even though he's not safe because you can't do these things. And Gabby was like, I don't understand what I did to do all this. I've never hurt them. They assaulted me. And I'm being serious. Gabby, what she did, I don't think warrants what... It wasn't worse than what Justin and Michaela did, if that makes sense. I'm saying both sides were bad, but touching someone, physically assaulting someone is much harsher than saying they're going to come to you and put you in a closet and tie you up and take your baby. That's just me, and that's straight facts. I'm just saying. So that happened in November. We still haven't had custody. My parents have no standing. We literally can't do anything. Gabby is not in her right mind. We did drug tests. She didn't. It's just her brain injury and PTSD. She couldn't handle it. Fast forward to December 23rd, 2024. My sister calls my mom and says, I can't take this anymore. I need proof of life. I want to go out to their house and see if Cadence is safe. My mom's like, no, you're not doing that. You are not doing that. You need to stay home right now. My sister didn't listen. She goes to his house. When she gets there, she parks in the neighbor, which is across the street. And she just sits there and she's waiting for proof of life. She doesn't get out of the vehicle. This is corroborated by body cam footage and footage from the neighbor's house. So she doesn't get out of the vehicle. She's just sitting there. What happens next? 2 eyewitnesses watch this. Justin Fletcher runs out of his house at Gabby, throws a brick at her, misses, and it hits her windshield. So at that point, Gabby is flipping out. She's having a panic attack. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. We know. We were not close enough to get to her in time to stop this or to go help her where she was at. Like, we were trying to get to her. So December 24th. He throws that brick at her. She's freaking out. She calls the sheriffs. The sheriffs come out. They're like, what's happened? I have the police report. It says that they do see that there was debris on the road from her, what is it called? From her vehicle and everything like that. And Gabby's trying to tell them that he just assaulted her with a brick. And mind you, Gabby she's just not in her right mind. So when the cops are trying to talk to her, she's not talking back to them how she should have. She was yelling. She was irate. She was like, he effing assaulted me. Like, you need to help me. And they're like, we're trying. Gabby can't handle it. So she just gets in her vehicle and she jets.
Yeah, Melissa, I said the same thing. Neither one of them should have custody. I definitely do think the parents should have custody. And Wendy says, sounds like stepmommy Michaela was too invested in taking somebody's child. That too, for sure. You feel me? But, yeah,
Anyway, so Gabby jets in her vehicle. This is still an ongoing case, so I can't talk about this much. I do have the police report and everything and body cam footage and everything, but I'm not allowed to release it or do anything like that. But basically what happens is they are stating that Gabby was not allowed to leave that scene and she ran a stop sign, so they started after her. So she was just assaulted. She wanted to leave. She's not in her right mind. She's driving around. I get a phone call that says there is a high-speed chase on Facebook, and I realize that it's my sister, Gabby. Mind you, it wasn't a high-speed chase. She was actually panicking. The cops were following her, and she didn't know why. Again, brain injury. She didn't know why they were following her, and she was like, she was going about 30 miles an hour, just putting along, and she didn't stop for them, nothing like that. She states that she doesn't understand why they would have why they had grounds to try and make her stay there, because she didn't do anything wrong. I don't know. Who cares about that? That's beside the point. That's where we are now. Because of what she did that night, they took her to jail. They did finally spike her vehicle, and they took her to jail. She is currently sitting in the Palo Pinto County Jail right now. She is in psychosis. Her lawyer is actually like, hey, you know, she's not fit for trial. What the plan really is actually to get her a bed. She needs medical attention. Not, you know, she is a victim. She had reactive abuse. I do not condone anything she did, but the fact of the matter is, there were reasons, and it wasn't drug involved. It was nothing, you know, she had many drug tests. She had a brain injury, and they knew what to do this. And they had no consequences, none at all. So while all this is going on in December, I'm like working really hard to figure out what's going on, like why they haven't arrested Justin as well. Because Gabby's in jail. I'm like, why haven't they arrested Justin for assault? Because he threw that brick at Gabby. So I'm like, they're not doing it fast enough. So I told my lawyer that I was going to go out there and see if any of the neighbors had footage or anything like that. Because we didn't know at this point. We were just listening to Gabby say that she was assaulted by a brick, and her vehicle really was. We went to the yard. It has a huge thing. Like, it wasn't there yesterday. It had a huge thing on it. And the cop did say in his report that he witnessed that there was glass on the ground. So he was corroborating that she was telling the truth. Anyway, so I go out there to their house. I do not park at their house. I park at the neighbor's house. I wait for the neighbors to come out. I said, hi, I'm Birgit. This is what happened with my sister the other day. I was just seeing if you were a witness. The lady immediately flipped out. She said, I'm the one that saw that, me and my husband. Yes, I will give a statement. And she freaked out. She was like, call the cops right now. So I called the sheriff's department, and they come out. Michaela's freaking out. She's like yelling at me. Justin starts yelling at me. We're at the neighbor's house. It's like really weird. I'm not even looking at them. I'm just letting the cops take those people's statements. So they take the statements from those people. I went back to them because I stayed away because I don't want to mess anything up. I'm not trying to interfere with anything they're doing. I just found out that they were witnesses because they weren't trying. The sheriff's department was not looking for witnesses. At this point, they probably hate Gabby, which, whatever. Anyway, so the cops leave, and the neighbors tell us everything that they saw, and they were like, I'm so sorry, you know, Justin is awful. He's always drunk. He's always yelling. He's always screaming over there. He is, what did they say? They said there's domestic violence at their house, that Cadence isn't safe over there. Like, they just gave us all of it. But they didn't know who we were until I went and found them that day. So they had no idea who we were. And from that day on, they've been, you know, helping us. So that leads us to now. We have not seen Cadence for 580 days. My sister is sitting in the Palo Pinto County Jail. We cannot get her out. The bond is very small. We could do it, but by her doctor's accounts and her lawyer's accounts, they said until we find a loophole to get Cadence away from these vile people, Gabby cannot be out, because what is Gabby going to do? She's so broken right now. Like, her therapist or her psychiatrist literally said that she's like split. Her PTSD is so bad that all she does is cry all day, every day in jail. She has anger outbursts. She's very angry. I do feel bad for them having to deal with her, but at the same time, it's like, there's reasons for this. It's not her not being a good mama. If she didn't have the brain injury, she wouldn't be this way, okay? I do want to say that. I really believe that. And the doctors believe that too. So at this point, she's not fit to do anything. This is now. She can't take care of Cadence. She has to take care of herself. She's stuck in jail. We can't get her out, because if we do, it wouldn't help Cadence. It wouldn't help anybody. She'd probably go over there and do something bad. So we're being responsible in keeping her in jail until her lawyer can get her a bed. But that leads us to Cadence now. I cannot tell you the information that we received in the last 2 weeks, but we did receive information that Cadence is not safe over there. So my parents hired a lawyer. They are trying everything they can to get standing. I'm pretty sure they're going to file in a few weeks. It's not a secret anymore. Everybody knows that they are about to try. So in 2 weeks, my parents are going for custody of Cadence. She's going to pretty much say that her daughter's unfit and that Justin is unfit, and she's going to fight the court in a jury court to get custody of her. I also want to leave y'all with the fact that while all this is going on, I was contacted by two ex-girlfriends that let me know that Justin has no known living children, and he was presumed by a doctor to not be able to have children. This woman did write on an affidavit for us to submit it to the judge that Justin knows he cannot have children, and a few other people corroborated that told us that Justin cannot have children. So at that point we were like, oh, okay, well this would be an easy fix. That affidavit was signed. The lawyer took it to the judge and said, hey, we would like a simple DNA test. Here's the affidavit showing that Justin actually knows he can't have children. Can we please just get a simple DNA test? We show that they weren't married at the time. They weren't together when they signed the ARO. They weren't together at all. Gabby was tricked into thinking that Justin could have children. And we just found out a week ago that the judge did deny our paternity test. So that's where we are right now. I think that the only way to save Cadence is a jury trial. So that's what we're doing. And I will update everyone what happens in the next few weeks, because I think it's going to get pretty bad, because we're not dealing with normal people here. Normal people don't do the things that they did, and they don't even have a brain injury. I don't know what their excuse is. Not saying that Gabby had a reason, but also they don't have brain injuries. I can't fathom acting the way they have acted. I actually feel so gaslit, because I'm like, wait, are they good? I'm like, wait, no, they're not. They're awful people. They've done awful things. I don't know. It just sucks, guys. And Cadence's home life is unsafe. She lives in a rundown trailer. It's falling apart. It has like aluminum on the windows and doors you can't see in. It's about 700 square foot. It's only a 2-bedroom, and she, I don't know where she sleeps, because there's like 7 or 8 people in the household, so I'm not sure where she sleeps. So anyway, yeah, that's where we are now. Y'all just be thinking of us as we go to court, because it's been really hard.
So now they saying, it hasn't even been confirmed that that's the damn father of the baby. So that's the assault right there that y'all see. You feel me? That's when she got hit at the beginning of the video. There's some paperwork. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I seen this picture. Damn, this happened from that incident? She in a damn neck brace? Neck brace is crazy, man. Look at the poor baby, man. The person that suffers is the goddamn baby. But it's unfortunate.
To do a complete. You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do anything.
Get her out of my car.
You're not gonna get
Her out.
out my child.
Y'all, Gabby,
Y'all stop! Get off of her!
get out of my. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not doing anything to this person.
Hey! Wow! Do it now!
Get off of her. Take my glass. I'm fine. Yeah, no, that's my child.
That's over here. Raise your hand up, everybody. Get on the ground now. Get.
Yo, if it's one thing I do agree with is the stepmom, she is way too involved in the baby. This not even the dad. This nigga must be at work somewhere. These two went to get into it with them, and this not even her baby.
On the ground.
I always thought that people who be fighting over other people's babies and shit is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Okay.
She's trying to leave.
Amy,
pavement.
I'm going.
All from the pavement.
I definitely do think the parents should get the baby though, for sure, man. So they saying the nigga probably couldn't even have kids and shit. Yeah, but she was assaulted though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm tired as hell. You feel me? Tired as hell. I was gonna do more, but man, I'm fucking tired. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to lay the fuck down. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, man. Yeah, you know I didn't go on the bike ride today. It didn't go down. I was gonna go, but I didn't know how many people was gonna go. And then I'm like, damn, it's dark as hell outside. You feel me? So I don't know, but I did get a call when I was live, and somebody asked me did I go, but I ain't go, man. I'm about to lay down, man. I'm tired. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, man. I promise we'll make another stream longer, but today I'm tired. Appreciate y'all. Peace.